All right. Good morning, everyone. I think this is the first part of the special events team meeting today. We've got one event organizer, and then I think, Kelly, you all are moving into some safety and security. Cool. So I will be here with you for this presentation, and then I will let this team do what they do for safety and security. As a reminder, this is an administrative function pulled together by the city of Boise. All the agencies who sign off on special events make sure that we're prepared in the case of major emergency and have all of our health and safety things taken care of, get together with event organizers to just chat it all out. So with that, welcome back, Boise Brewing Tree Fort Festival.
Hello. Thank you all for being here for just me, I guess. Here I am once again for Tree Fort. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelly. So business as usual for us. We'll be operating the full 5 days of Tree Fort. The times kind of vary of when our music starts, but we'll have security there when doors open. I guess I'll go into some of what's changed. It's only a few things. We are closing down the street on the 21st just to get the stage moved in so we're not pressed for time, and then also enough time to get everything ready for the inspection too. And then I have requested to keep the street closed to the 31st, though I'm pretty confident we'll have it able to be reopened by 31st in the morning. I think last year we kind of got dinged on some trash in the street. So also just want to give us enough time to make sure we're in perfect order and looks good.
Wait, Kate, did you say you're closing the road on the 21st?
No, I'm sorry, the 31st.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Monday after Tree Fort, it will be reopened by that morning.
When are you closing it?
I'm sorry.
When are you closing it?
The 25th. Did I?
Okay.
Oh, I said 21st.
I was like, that's a long time to have the road closed.
Unnecessary to keep it that close. I'm so sorry. It's so loud. Okay, so I'll repeat, sorry. 21st through the 31st will be the closure, and then we're an active venue the 26th through the 30th. We also have an additional we'll have an additional dumpster too to kind of take care of the trash as well. We're feeling we're going to be more popular as we're a little bit more established as a venue. So we're kind of making arrangements kind of preemptively for more trash, more people. So providing as many service areas as we can to kind of keep it flowing. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the ebbs and flows of Tree Fort. I guess, well, those are just the two changes. We'll be done by 10 p.m. every night. And then MAV security will be an overnight as well, just to make sure the stage is fine with everyone running around at night. We do have on the layout on the west side, there's a purple rectangle. That's going to be a MAV security car or one of their staff's vehicles. They typically leave the keys with us. So if we do need to have emergency vehicles enter the venue, we're able to move it. They feel comfortable with having a vehicle there to diminish the potential of any, I don't know, acts of terrorism or something. I hope that's not inappropriate to say, but and I appreciate them that too. Other than that, I think that's the only changes. I guess I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, and we can go since you've been with us before. I didn't do the round of introductions, so you know us all, which is totally fine.
You guys are good.
And then I'll be interested to hear folks weigh in on the MAV vehicle barricade. Like one of the things I think to pay attention to is it's awesome that they let you have the keys to the van, but in the event of something like that, I guarantee you would not have the presence of mind to go and move that vehicle. So we'll just let the security folks
yeah,
right, like check in on that. I mean, I think that's one of the things we're trying to work with.
Typically we give the keys to the MAV security that's on the west side, north and entrance there. So then they'll
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to move
I
it.
just,
Yeah.
I'm trying to save you any headache in the event that something that we don't like to think about, but these guys think about a lot.
So sorry to
No,
start the
it's
morning
no,
off that
it's
way.
totally, no, totally fine. Like I
Yeah.
literally had this aha moment like a couple of weeks ago where it's like, oh, what I and event organizers are imagining as something that would require emergency isn't what these guys are imagining.
Mhm.
So just trying to like
Totally.
connect those dots a little
Yes.
bit more.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Yeah.
do we have anybody online today, Kelly? Okay, cool. Ed, why don't you go first?
Hi, Kate. Yeah, sorry, I've just been on parental leave, so I haven't had much time to really contact you, but I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna contact you and we're gonna get everything squared away. Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
If you don't know me,
Good to see you,
Conrad,
Conrad.
Public Services. We were emailing a couple weeks ago about possibly bringing in an extra dumpster. Where do we stand with that?
Yeah, I just need to make the reservation. When I was going through the permit online, I thought I read somewhere that the city also rents dumpsters. So I reached out to Ed and he got me on the right track. And that was just the other day. So it's on my list to do today is get the extra pickups and then the extra dumpster reserved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you. And then more importantly, or just as importantly, where do you plan on putting that?
Oh yeah, sorry. I must have sent Kelly a non-updated, but on the north side of the street, you'll see a cars parked there on the Google Maps. That's where we'll be placing it. So
Okay.
the need to point is so strong, but yes, right there. Yeah. Obviously there won't be a car there, but our plan is just to tuck it in into that corner.
Yeah,
But there's
okay.
also that metal fence that you can kind of see. I reached out to the property managers there. Currently the building's empty. So ideally we could place it behind those metal barricades where dumpsters used to be for that building. As much as out of the way as possible. It is really just for that like Friday, Saturday, Sunday push. We just don't want the alleyway to be littered with black bags everywhere. So, but that's where we plan on putting it. If that's not suitable, we have a couple options of the JB Wilcombs lot kind of on the backside. They don't have that space anymore. So we've been kind of using it for temporary storage. That's another place we can put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that location there that you point out,
Yeah.
that sounds ideal and perfect.
Yeah.
If it's not owned by Boise Brewing, we just want to make sure it's okay with whoever owns that, whether
Yes.
it's vacant or not.
Yeah. So I reached out to the property managers, Hoved, and Talk Commercial. I haven't heard back, but I've never met those people in person either, and they've never had an issue with us closing down the street. They have a additional parking lot off Myrtle on 6th, so they're usually pretty cool. They're good neighbors.
Well, when you get that confirmation, just send it my way so I have a copy.
Awesome. Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
Kate, this is one of my favorite events because I don't have to do anything with parking.
You're the first to always call once I put a permit in because you just
I got to
wanna-
tell you, I get nervous when streets get blocked off because generally what'll happen is, we end up with people get displaced and stuff like that. But
Sure.
on your street there is no parking, so it's good for us.
It's the perfect block.
If anything changes, if you need parts of a loading zone or any reserve parking on 6th or 5th, just let me know it and we'll get that squared away. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Vince.
Morning, Kate.
Morning.
I have already been connected with Mike and John about neighborhood notifications in the area via
Mhm.
email. I think Eric said that that's who's going to handle neighborhood notifications for that whole area, but I'll just loop you into that email so you can see
Oh.
what we've been chatting about.
Oh, perfect.
Things
Yeah.
are handled as far as DBA is
I'm
concerned.
pretty big on letting the Fowler residents know,
Mhm.
because they always seem left out of the loop for some reason. So, I'll work on that too, and I'll still turn in that little sign up or sign off sheet.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're just asking basically everybody in roughly a city block of the area. So
Perfect.
Seems
Yep,
like you guys
yep.
have it handled.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Morning, Kate. Nothing to add for Boise Parks and Rec at this time. Thank you.
Morning, Kate.
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. I see that you got your fire permit in, so thank you for that. The stage, same size as last year?
It will be the same stage as
Okay.
last year, correct?
Yeah, and then again, just leave an access lane all the way up to the stage for us. Looks like the barriers are removable, and just be aware of the fire department connection on the corner of the building there. Just, I don't even haven't blocked it in the past, but just remember that that needs
Keep
to
it
be
open. or
remain
out of-
open.
Out of our fencing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and visible. Yeah.
perfect.
I got nothing else. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Kate, tell me about your medical plan.
Yeah, so we'll have a couple different stations. Both of our in-house bars will have our first aid kits. Additionally, on our outside serving, we'll have a first aid kit. Our AED will be in the tap room side. We'll have 2 to 3 people on staff that is CPR and AED certified through the event. We'll always defer if emergency services are called, kind of defer to what you guys need to make it happen. Access will remain open on the north side. Enough we'll have, besides just the outhouses there, be enough room to bring in any sort of vehicle. And then access way through the shared alleyway will not be blocked. And I'm sure I'm missing something, but lay it on me.
And what's your estimated crowd size daily on those?
Yeah, it's always kind of hard to guesstimate, I guess, but we are a more established venue this year. So we're predicting a larger crowd than last. But it kind of just depends on the popularity of the bands and the weather, of course, but we're not predicted to see like more than 1,000 people in a day. But at a given time, we usually do our occupancy cutoff when at around like 450. And then at that point, it will just be Treefort pass holders allowed in as we're open to the public. But if we get to that kind of max occupancy level, we'll close off the entrances and just allow pass holders in, and obviously allow people to leave as well.
Awesome. Hey, we're gonna need good signage on your first aid stations, first of all, so
Mhm.
people know exactly where they are.
Okay.
This is starting to remind me, it's a great thing. I'm glad you're doing it. It reminds me a lot of the Basque Block when they come in. And they've really upgraded their EMS response based on the amount of people and the popularity of that. So this is one of those years we'll have to watch it, and we may have to upgrade this. But I would look to the Basque Block. They obviously get a few more people than you do, but
Mhm.
they have really done a fantastic job of signage and staffing for their medical response. And so this year I think you're fine with what you got, and I'll defer to Cameo as well. But I think moving forward, we may have to have some kind of standby depending on how many people you get.
Sure, sure.
I don't have anything to add, but it sounds great for this year, and then we'll see what your numbers are.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good morning, Kate.
Good morning.
My name is Matt Slime, a lieutenant with Boise Police, and I just had a couple things. I think one of the things that we could probably do to help out, like blocking Broad Street on both ends, is we have vehicle barricades that we could put up there. And I'd rather do that because if there were, some type of a situation, a lot of times the vehicle is going to be left there, and it's going to prevent a lot of responders from being able to get in there and handle whatever the situation is. So I think that we could probably have a conversation with Mav about that, but I think I would prefer to have vehicle barricades on both of those. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is just staffing for it with our officers. We recommend having 2 officers each day for the event, but we can talk about that offline.
Sure, sure.
With that as well.
Yeah, as far as staffing
Yep.
officers, I can shoot you over when when our doors open, so to speak. So they're not twiddling their thumbs with no one in the street with nothing
Yeah, sure.
happening. So yeah. That sounds great. Yeah, we can I can start a conversation, I guess, with Mav and yourself, I guess, regarding barricades and such.
Yep.
Okay.
That way we can get those placed, and then it makes it a lot safer of a venue, and it helps, people that are there for the event.
Yeah.
It just makes it a lot safer. So,
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate your guys' presence at our events already. It's a nice addition, I think.
Morning, Kate.
Morning.
Rachel. We've met a few times. Great to see you and wonderful job. Every time we see you, your plan gets better and better. So we really appreciate that. The only questions I have, and now that we have Tanya here, was do you have a traffic control plan that's been submitted and who is your provider?
Yeah, so Northwest Traffic Service, AWP, will be closing on the street. I did reach out for an updated revision traffic plan. I think I submitted last year's, but it's the same. I just would like that date updated. I'll reach out again. They're on board. I just need that date to change on it, but then I'll pass that on to Tanya once I get it. Yeah.
No worries. That sounds great. I just wanted to be able to note that. And then just as we work through the staffing, we'll get that information from BPD. And if we do vehicle barricades, we'll get that information communicated to any responders that may need to come down to your footprint. So
Okay.
everything's going to go great. We know it,
Yes.
but just in case, we want to be prepared.
Yes. I
Thank
love it.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to get a tattoo or a shirt that says "Bear with me," but I think I've said that enough this year already, 2025.
man.
But obviously, you saw the new application, so that was a huge enhancement we made in the off season.
Mhm.
You are correct that there was information in there that autofills forms for like ACHD and Republic Services.
Okay.
So just depending on how you answered the questions would trigger that. But I
Yeah.
did go ahead and just run the report
Okay.
and sent the order to Conrad as we were speaking for your
Okay.
dumpster rentals. CC'd you on that so you have a copy of it.
Great.
So that'll be a little bit easier the next time around for you, but I wanted to make sure that you had that. They'll still have to reach out to you just to make sure the quantities and the date and delivery and stuff is good. There's a few just glitches on the form, but we're getting there. So you'll see that from there. I think everything else is pretty good. Just as you go along and throughout the season when your next events come around,
Mhm.
there'll be some more enhancements to that online application. But please just feel free to use it, as your main source to upload documents. After you submit the application, you can go back into your attachments and stuff, and that's where everyone would pull from.
Good to know. Okay. I was a little bit nervous. I didn't want to pay.
No,
and then
you were like
things changes.
applicant number 2. So
Guinea
and you
pig.
did
I love
good,
it. Okay.
yeah, you did just as good as me as applicant number 1. So
Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah, so we are getting there, but yes, just please bear with us. There's probably going to be more information and maybe just a few duplicate emails and stuff going around, but of course we'd rather have that to make sure you're covered.
Yeah.
The only other thing I wanted to say was thank you for readdressing, communicating with the Fowler building. We did have a couple of elderly folks call in last year that I
I
think
met them.
Okay, I
came
was
into
going to
the
say that I
brewery.
think
I
that
talked
they
to
said
them
they
too.
called you too. So
I just sent them your way because I was like, you're more than welcome to put
yeah,
a complaint
yeah.
in. Like, it's loud. I get it.
Yeah, and I think it's like obviously the nature of the beast, but it's like you do dot your I's, cross your T's, to make the event space what it is. And I just think the awareness does help. So
Yeah.
thank you for being sensitive to that.
Of course. Yeah.
And of course, if you need anything, let me know.
Oh, I will. Later today, probably.
Tanya, did you have anything?
Hi, Kate. Thank you so
Hello.
much. Sorry for my tardiness
No,
today.
you're fine.
I have received everything I need from you, and I would be happy to reach out to Kendra at AWP to get that traffic control plan
Okay.
refreshed. Sometimes when I reach out to them, it's a little bit more
Yeah.
effective for some reason.
I
don't
love
know.
it. Yeah.
So I'm happy to help in that regard. And then I'm just pending that review of that traffic
Perfect.
control plan.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Hopefully by the end of the day. To get as much done today.
Awesome. Great job, Kate.
Thank you guys. You guys are the
Yes.
best.
And thanks for bearing with thank you on the new application. We're really excited about it and also wanted to make sure that we got it out and started using it to get some
Yeah,
feedback.
I
about
thought
it.
it
So-
went really smoothly.
Oh, good.
And I feel like I don't know, learned a few more things too and made adjustments as I kind of was going through it.
Good.
So no, I think it's awesome.
That's awesome. Let us,
Yeah.
let us know any of those little tweaks.
Yeah,
And,
no.
and thanks for humoring my attempt to impress my safety and security people by understanding what they're going through. It's my goal in life, really.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. All right, team break. Love it. Yeah, have a great day, guys.
Yeah, thank you. All right. I think you guys are taking over from here. Yeah.